Hi everyone, in this video we are going to learn about the partner application and understand a basic overview about how the application works. Let us quickly understand what is the agenda of this learning video and go through the topics. So the first topic that we will be covering in this particular video is around the new partner prospect and how does a partner install the application on his device. The second topic is once the application is installed, how does the partner register himself and how does he upload the documents for verification. The third topic is after the registration is completed, what is the layout of the partner application and how can the partner contact the customer care when required. And the final topic of the video would include the different options and toggles that the partner can use when he is using the partner application. Let us now understand and try to answer this very important question that why would drivers choose Porter? So before Porter came into picture, our drivers were still doing orders and they were still getting trips. But the biggest challenge that they were facing was getting trips from different locations. So this challenge was overcome by Porter where they provided a proper platform to the drivers where they could do trips from a different location as well and they could earn to their full potential. When I say doing trips from a different location, that means the partner had a proper option or the facility where they could accept trips from a different location, reach those location and then complete their trips. An additional benefit when the partners or the drivers bring their vehicle onto our platform is that they get the brand name associated with them as well. So that way the customers and the people who are using these facilities, they have a sense of trust towards these drivers. Now that we have understood the reason behind drivers joining Porter, let us go ahead and see what are the few steps that they need to follow to make sure they onboard their vehicle with Porter. Let us go ahead and see how can the normal drivers attach their vehicle with Porter and then become our driver partners. One way that a driver can go ahead and attach his vehicle with Porter is by visiting the official website of Porter. Once they visit the website, they need to click on Driver Partners tab. There they would have an option which states as Attach Vehicle Now. This is basically a small form where they need to add a few details, which is basically their name, their contact number, the city that they want to attach the vehicle in, the vehicle type, and the source. Once they have entered all the details, they need to click on register. Once they click on register, our customer care team will give them a call back and explain them about the registration process. The second way that a driver can register with Porter is by installing the partner application from the Android Play Store into his device. After installing the application, the driver needs to go ahead and complete a few mandatory steps so that he can complete his onboarding process. What are these steps? We will see in the next slide. In order to attach the vehicle with Porter, the driver first of all needs to download the application from the Android Play Store. So a very important point to note here that the partner application is currently only available on the Android Play Store. Once the driver has successfully downloaded and installed the application on his device, he needs to open that application. Now that the driver has successfully downloaded and installed the application, he needs to open it. After opening the application, now the app would ask for certain permissions which the driver has to allow so that the application can run smoothly. After giving permission to the application, the next step is to select the language. So now the partner app comes in 6 languages which are English, Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu and Marathi. So the driver can select the language accordingly and then click on continue. Now that the driver has selected the language and clicked on continue, on the next page the driver is supposed to enter his mobile number. After entering the mobile number, once the driver clicks on login, there is a partner profile created in our database with the same number. Additionally, the same number would be used by the customer and the CC team when they are trying to contact the driver once the onboarding process is completed. Now that the driver has entered his mobile number and clicked on login, he will be taken to a next pop-up screen where he gets 2 permissions that he is supposed to allow. The first permission is to access the photo and media, and the second permission pop-up is to make and manage phone calls. The driver needs to allow both the permissions so that this application can run smoothly. Now that the driver has allowed both the permissions, on the next page he is asked to enter an OTP. Now this OTP is sent on the same number that was used earlier to log in and registered in the application. In case the driver has entered a wrong contact number, he will not be able to receive the OTP and he needs to click on change and rectify the contact number. Now that the driver has verified his registered mobile number using the OTP, the next step is to enter certain vehicle owner and driver details. So the first information that the driver needs to mention is the vehicle number that he would be onboarding with Porter. Once he has entered the vehicle number, he needs to click on proceed. After clicking on proceed, now the partner or the driver is supposed to enter the owner number, the driver's contact number, the owner's name, the city and the vehicle type. Here we need to understand if the partner or the driver is driving his own vehicle, then the owner number and the owner name would be his own name. But let's say if he is working for some other person, then he needs to enter the owner number and the owner name of that respective person itself. Once he has entered the details, he needs to click on proceed. Now that the partner has entered his vehicle number and the driver details, the next step is to select the city. Now the city that we are talking about would be the city in which he is going to operate his vehicle. Once he has selected the city, he needs to click on continue. The next step after selecting the city is to select the vehicle type that he wants to attach with Porter. Now we need to understand that there are different cities where Porter services are available, and for every city the list of vehicles will differ. So according to the city that the partner has selected, he will get a list of vehicles that are supported by Porter and he needs to select the vehicle that he wants to attach and then click on continue. Now that the partner has selected the city and the vehicle type that he wants to attach with Porter, the next step is to select the training language. The training language that a partner selects is basically for the training videos that he can watch and understand how the application works. Now the training videos are available in 5 different languages, which are Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Marathi. These are basically pre-recorded videos for the partners to understand how can he accept orders and complete the orders successfully. After selecting the language for the training videos, the partner needs to click on continue. After clicking on continue, the partner can now see a checklist page. This is basically a page where he will be able to understand what are the necessary set of steps that he needs to complete before he can go online and start working with Porter as a partner. The checklist consists of the documentation, watching the training videos, and completing a dummy order to understand how the application works. Let us now understand the steps that we need to follow in that checklist page. So the first step is uploading documents. So if you look at the screen right now, you would see that the screenshot attached here is basically for a partner who is driving his own vehicle and not working for any third person. In that case, he is supposed to upload documents which are his Aadhaar card or voter ID as an ID proof, the RC book of the vehicle and his own driving license. Once he has submitted all 3 documents, he can click on proceed and it takes 5 business days for the verification process to be completed. In the previous slide, we saw the documentation when the partner and the owner were the same person, that is, he was driving his own vehicle. Now let us understand what is the documentation process when the partner and the owner of the vehicle are 2 different persons. In that case, the documents that needs to be uploaded are the identification proof of both the owner and the partner, which can be the Aadhaar card or the voter ID. Then they need to upload the RC book of the vehicle and the partner's driving license, basically the person who will be driving the vehicle. Once they have uploaded all the documents, it will take 5 business days for the verification process to be completed. Now that we have understood how the documentation process works in the checklist, let's move on to the next step. So the next step that the partner needs to complete is watching the training videos. Now there are overall 5 videos that the partner is supposed to go ahead and watch and understand how the application works. Additionally, to ensure that the partners are watching the entire video, there is no option to skip those videos or even fast forward the videos within the app. Once the partner has completed the training video, he will get a dummy order. Now this dummy order is basically a demo trip that he can go ahead and process within the application itself so that he knows how to accept the orders and how the basic functionality of the application works. Once the documents are approved and the partner has successfully completed the dummy order, he will now be able to see the home screen of the partner app. Now once the partner logs into the home screen, his status by default will show as offline. If he wants to go online, he needs to swipe from left to right in the go online option just at the bottom of his screen on the application. After successful verification of the primary documents that were uploaded by the partner is also asked to upload a few secondary documents to ensure that the onboarding is completed successfully. The list of secondary documents that the partner needs to upload includes a photo of the PAN card, a photo of the cancelled check or his bank passbook, a photo of vehicle tax, and a photo of the vehicle insurance copy. One very important point to add here is that the partner will get 15 days to go ahead and upload the secondary documents. If the partner fails to submit his documents within 15 days, his profile, that is his account, is suspended for the same reason. So far, we saw how a partner can go ahead and register himself with Porter and onboard his vehicle onto our platform. So if you look at the screen right now, this is the home screen once the partner has completed his registration and onboarded his vehicle. Here, the first set of information that a partner can check is his name, the vehicle type that he has onboarded, his vehicle number, and his current status. That means if he is showing offline or online. The status of the driver is highlighted by a very subtle green line at the top and a green dot next to the driver icon. The partner can also get an overview of the total earnings for the day on its home screen itself. The next information that a partner can easily check from his home screen will be his Porter wallet balance. The partner also has an option to change the application language from the home screen itself. Currently, the application supports only 6 languages, which are English, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and Marathi. Finally, the partner can swipe left to right on the Go Offline option to change his status from online to offline when he's done for the day or when he wants to stop getting orders. In this slide, we are going to talk about two very important serviceability options which the partner can enable to increase his earning. The first toggle that we are going to talk about is the Act as Helper toggle. First of all, we need to understand that if a partner wants to act as helper, the partner needs to call the customer care team. The customer care team will take his request to activate the helper toggle, and once it is enabled by the supply team, only then he will be able to see that toggle in his application as well. After the helper option is successfully enabled for the partner, he can use this option to act as helper. When he is acting as helper, he is supposed to help the customer with the basic loading and offloading of the vehicle and then earn a little extra income. Now the extra income is 150 rupees for Tata Ace and 100 rupees for a three-wheeler vehicle. The next toggle that we are going to talk about is the outstation trips toggle. Again, if the partner wants to do outstation trips, he needs to first call the customer care team. The customer care team will take that request and raise it to the supply team. The supply team will enable this option for the partner. Only after that he can do outstation trips. Once the outstation toggle is activated for the partner, he can switch on the toggle and then he will not just receive the local trips but also outstation trips as well. In this slide, we are going to talk about a very helpful feature that the partner can take advantage of whenever he wants to end his day and still wants to earn a little amount of money. The feature that we are talking about is the request trip towards home toggle. So now what is this toggle and how does it help? So let's say we have a partner who has done a fair amount of trips for the day and now he wants to go back home. Now if he enables this particular toggle, what it does is it will start searching for trips that is towards his home location. Now a very important point to note here is before enabling this option, the partner has to make sure that his home location is set by calling the customer care team. Once he has called the customer care team and made changes to his home location, which we refer to as clusters or vehicle stand, only after that he can get trips towards his home location. Also, once the toggle is turned on, it will stay active for the next 60 minutes. In case the partner does not receive any trip towards his home location in the next 60 minutes, the toggle gets deactivated for the day since it can be used only once within the day itself. So far, we saw different options, features, and toggles that can provide more information to the partner and help him earn a little extra money during his trips. Let's now see how can a partner contact the customer care team with regards to his complaint or query or if he needs help with any of the trips. So the first step that the partner needs to do is he needs to open his application and on the top right corner he will see a customer care icon. The partner needs to click on that icon to connect with the customer care team. In this slide, we are going to talk about the menu option that the partner has in his application itself. So to access the menu option, the partner needs to click on the horizontal three lines on the top left corner of his screen. Once the partner clicks on the menu option, he can now access different sections within the application, which includes the earning tab, where he can check his earnings, the wallet tab, where he can keep a track of his wallet balance and recharge his wallet, the payment tab, the Porter branding section, where he can go ahead and get his vehicle branded, the training section, where he can watch the training videos again, the notification section, where he can check the notification received within the app, and also the profile section, where he can check his profile details. I hope we were able to understand the basic overview of the partner application through this video. Thank you so much for paying attention.